2005, I am in the band room every day at George Washington Carver Senior High School.
That Saturday, I was out marking the field for practice.
I was at band camp at Jackson State the weekend that Katrina hit. During that summer, I was coming back and forward before band camp, you know, helping band members.
I was at McDonough 35. We had just raised uniforms, got uniforms, and was ready for a jamboree that night. Everybody's all excited, you know, and then the jamboree was canceled, and everybody assumed that we were just going to come back after the weekend, but that never happened.
I do remember that summer being really hot. It was really hot that summer. It rained a lot. A few tropical storms. A few tropical storms so bad that the power went out. They're always crying wolf, you know. Oh, yeah, it's gonna be the big one. It's gonna be the big one, and then all we have is a few branches broken, and power out for a couple of hours. And so I really didn't take it serious. Personally, I didn't take it serious.
So as normal, we didn't think, you know, us down here in Louisiana, you know, we normally ride out hurricanes, to be honest with you. So we didn't think anything of it.
I've been through a couple of hurricanes. I never left. You know, we never had to leave. I saw some of the aerial satellite pictures. That's when I began to realize that maybe this is not a 2 or 3 day event.
I knew it was a big storm because I saw it on the news. I saw how big it was, how it was basically the whole size of the entire Gulf. I was a little bit concerned, but I thought it would have been probably with a weekend and then just pass through New Orleans or make a left or whatever, make a right, and would have been nothing. I
remember telling the kids, I said, guys, guys, look around, because they say this hurricane is something serious. This is a big one, okay? Look around, because I don't think we've taken this serious enough. Look at your friends, because this may very well be the last time you see them. If this hurricane is as big and massive and strong as they say it is, it could actually come through here and wipe all of this out.
When Katrina hit, I can see it on the news, on CNN and all these different channels that was carrying it, and I just couldn't believe what I was seeing. I could see on different news channels they had you had buses going all over. They started picking up people from the Superdome and the Convention Center.
I stayed after the storm. I actually saw the storm come into the city and leave out of the city, and that was just, it was haunting just to see that whole process, you know, just to see that happening.
It was hard because we could not have, there was no phone service for the longest, trying to locate people and loved ones and so on.
Between Houston, Florida, some people were in Mississippi, some people were different parts of Louisiana. Kids were scattered about.
Most of the time their families were dispersed because they didn't have ways to get out. If you got on the bus, you went wherever the bus took you.
A lot of those kids that we served at Woodson, they didn't have much. You know, they didn't have, the storm is coming, let's just get in the car and drive away. They didn't.
A lot of the parents and guardians of these children, they didn't even have means to leave the city of New Orleans, nor did they have financial support. I mean, so, and they're figuring we're in some of the strongest buildings in the city of New Orleans. They've been here forever. Nothing's going to happen to these buildings, so we're safe in our homes.
We went to the Callio housing project, because you know when you were coming up in New Orleans, they always told you, if a hurricane come, go to the project. And so it was brick. So, you know, we were all in the project. And I left the project and went walk to my house, which was about 3 or 4 blocks down the street. And so putting stuff up and all of those things, the storm caught me there. The house was shaking, the roof was coming up, and so I walked during the storm. We got into helicopters and they put us down, brought us to the causeway. But, you know, just riding in that helicopter and looking down at the city, it was like, it was devastating.
It was mayhem. It was just, I mean, crossing Canal Street, it was just terrible. There were people, that's when I saw the water. That's when I saw water coming in.
When I drove into the city, I was fighting back tears. Right now I'm getting a little teary-eyed just thinking about it. Just driving in, from the I-10 going into Kenner, seeing all those blue tarps, seeing how all those damaged homes, just seeing the devastation, just driving through.
I know for the storm that hit, it was really devastating. Not just, you lose your house, you lose your home, but I lost, 3 years of hard work that, the kids put in and time, and you never get, you never can get that back.
You get a little depressed and dejected because my livelihood was gone, and I'm thinking I have a family to support, and wow, it was so much that ran through my mind.
It's a big thing when you lose everything in a matter of hours, and you never think that it's going to happen. Like literally, I had so much stuff, and I had a life, and I had, my band, I had all this future, and then you lose everything.
When I saw a picture of my home, the water was all the way up to the maybe the top of the front door. At that point in time, it became a reality to me that, I almost thought maybe I was never gonna be able to come back here.